Sports People Hawaii, brought to you by Jamba Hawaii, celebrating 20 years of blending aloha. 7-Eleven Hawaii, your neighborhood store. And Vacations Hawaii, Hawaii's favorite connection to Las Vegas.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sports People Hawaii. I'm Howard Deshevsky, and we have another great show coming your way, beginning with the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame. There's a lot of halls honoring different athletes here in the 50th state, but this is by far the most prestigious. We'll tell you what goes into becoming a Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame inductee, and we'll hear from the man who created it, Dr. Larry Price. Also, we go to Florida to check in with the two-time national champions, the volleyball team, 13 and unders from Hawaii. And the great thing about it, they were coached by the two-time national champion men. That's right, UH Warrior volleyball players who won their back-to-back championships coach these girls, what they've learned from one another. Plus, a perfect activity for the family for the summer, riding e-bikes in Kualoa. We'll see you with these stories and much more in this edition of Sports People Hawaii. But first, as always, we get things going with another tip to help you get fit quick.
Get Fit Quick, brought to you by Jocko Rehabilitation, keeping you in the game of life.
Hey everybody, it's a beautiful day. It's summertime, it's paddling season. Get out from behind that desk, get off the couch. Jen is going to show some exercises here to stretch your shoulder and your upper extremities and your chest. Now these exercises are designed to become more flexible up front, especially for the people that sit behind a computer all day. So you don't have to be a paddler, you can just use a broomstick for these exercises. Now again, she's stretching her chest here, getting her arms as far back as possible. And also there are some exercises to work on the shoulder rotations. So here she internally rotates her left shoulder as far as possible, gets her hand as far up as possible, and her other arm is going as high as possible and stretches here as well. Yeah? So these exercises are great to do every day. You can even do them in the office with a towel, with a broomstick, anything you need. If you do this every day, you're gonna feel a lot better. I guarantee it.
Get Fit Quick, brought to you by Jocko Rehabilitation, keeping you in the game of life.
This segment of Sports People Hawaii is brought to you by 7-Eleven Hawaii, your neighborhood store.
Welcome back, everybody, to Sports People Hawaii. Next month, 5 new inductees will be enshrined into the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame. It's something that a lot of people may not know much about, but it means something not only to those being inducted, but to all of us who call the state home, and to the next generation who perhaps have so much to learn from the heroes that came in front of them. There are multiple sports halls of fame in the islands, but the most comprehensive and certainly most elite, undoubtedly the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh, it's a great responsibility. This will go on for many, many years. And people never forget a good athletic story.
Created by Dr. Larry Price and established by executive order by then Governor Ben Cayetano in 1997, the hall's first home was inside of Aloha Stadium's hospitality room, a place few ever got to enjoy. Governor Linda Lingle then signed a law ensuring the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame would always have a permanent home.
Well, I thought it was important for the state to stand behind all the work that Larry Price and others had done with the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame. It's such an important institution, and I'm glad that we're a small part of that.
Among the more than 140 inductees, world champions, Olympic medalists, and pioneers dating back to the likes of the late, great Duke Kahanamoku.
I think it's synonymous with lifestyle. It's just part of who we are as a people. You know, people can talk about sports and want to categorize in different areas, but at the end of the day, it permeates every facet of our lives here.
Getting into the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame is no easy task. To qualify, an athlete must be an Olympic medalist, a world record holder, member of a world championship team, an inductee into another national or international Hall of Fame, or be a major contributor or pioneer of an athletics program, such as former UH head baseball coach Les Murakami.
Sports is a part of our lifestyle in Hawaii and part of our history. And it really has set us apart as being a small state that produces a very large number of top athletes in every field.
But more than anything else, the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame provides a venue for showcasing Hawaii's best athletes and allows our younger generations to learn and hopefully emulate their achievements.
A lot of them don't even realize what greatness they've promoted by participating in sports. And this is a leadership, the art of influencing people, and that's how you do it.
Although ultimately a singular honor to be inducted into the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame, every person inducted stands for something so much bigger.
Hawaii has an incredible history of producing world-class athletes at every level and in so many different sports. Honoring those athletes and their achievements is just not only the right thing to do for them and what they earn, but it's a powerful message to send to future generations.
Sports is an important part of education. Even though they might not know it, while they're participating, they're earning some valuable lessons about what it takes to succeed in today's competitive society.
There are heroes. I mean, we all love heroes. And then they turn around and they become our role models and to the keiki of our state. And that's what's important, that some little student in the school, some little kid waiting home and just looking at pictures of or video clips, or even going to the Bishop Museum and looking at some of the portraits, they're going to get inspired. And that's what this is all about. We want people to be inspired to someday become an All-American, an Olympian, a world record holder. But it's giving back to the islands, it's giving back to the people, it's giving back to the state.
So very cool, and a reminder that the future inductees to the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame will come from you. The board for the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame hoping that you get involved to select those future classes of athletes to ensure the legacy of Hawaii's pioneer lives on and will be there to inspire future generations. And when we come back, celebrating back-to-back national championships. But we're not talking about the UH Warriors, although they did play a bit of a role. But first, let's have a little fun on the water with the guys from Blue Planet Surf.
Fun on the Water, brought to you by Blue Planet.
Aloha, it's Robert Stellick with Blue Planet Surf. In today's video, I'm going to talk about paddling more efficiently by engaging your core. So most beginners use only their arms when they're paddling, so it's just like pushing and pulling with their arms instead of engaging the whole body and the core muscles and the bigger muscle groups. And so by engaging your core, you'll be able to paddle more efficiently, longer, faster, without your arms getting as tired. So engaging your core means winding up your body like a spring and then unwinding it during your stroke. So bringing your shoulder forward, planting the paddle, and using your core muscles and lats to propel yourself forward. So the payoff of using your core is that you can paddle faster, harder, longer, stronger, and your arms don't get as tired as if you only use your arms. So make sure you use your whole body when you're paddling. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the water. Aloha.
Blue Planet. Find paradise.
And hey, the next time you visit the North Shore, be sure to visit Blue Planet and Tropical Rush. You can rent boards and enjoy the ocean, or even take a guided tour up the Honolulu River. It happens to be Oahu's longest river. Check them out right next to the Rainbow Bridge in Haleiwa. Welcome back, everybody, to Sports People Hawaii. Recently on the mainland, a Hawaii volleyball team won back-to-back national championships. Not talking about the men's UH volleyball team. They did, and it turns out some of their coaches helped some 13-year-old girls go back-to-back themselves. For the second year in a row, the girls 13 and under Nakiki Mauloa volleyball team hoisted the championship banner, claiming the AAU National Championship at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex in Orlando, Florida. The final point putting a resounding exclamation point on a season that far exceeded the expectations of many. But not these girls who call Hawaii home.
Our team was kind of in different groups in the beginning, but then we got really close in Orlando and it made us stronger and pushed through.
We played some tougher teams on the second and third day, and we were able to really come together and work as a team.
Our bond was really tight and we got along really well. This year we were super close and we're basically sisters kind of. We did everything together in Orlando.
Helping to bring this group of girls together was the added motivation of entering the national tournament ranked 33rd out of 38 teams, basically given little or zero chance to win it all. That's if you were to believe those who did the rankings.
I think on the second day we played this really tough team. And we ended up beating them by a lot, and so I think that's when I thought that we could win this.
And that shock would turn to belief, and it didn't take long for this team from the 50th state to feel like they could be number one.
I think they were just unexpected because we come from an island, and I think it was really good that we were placed at low, so then it was super unexpected for the other teams, and it really gave them a shock when we won.
I think our before talk, the talk that we had before we even started the match was really bonding. And I think that's what motivated us to win, was the talks.
And it wasn't only the winning that motivated these young girls, but winning for the entire state of Hawaii.
It means a lot to me, and it's really special because we don't get to go in much tournaments, and when we do and when we won, it was really special.
It was really special just because we get to represent the whole island, other teams don't get to really.
I think it's really special because normally in a lot of other tournaments it's the mainland team taking the gold, but now it's us and we get to represent our islands and the people of
And then there was the other very significant motivating factor. The second consecutive national championship for the girls came little more than a month after the UH men's volleyball team claimed their second straight national title. And it was three of those warriors, Philip Humler, Cole Hogland, and Jakob Telle, who coached these girls to their title.
also it was a big motivation for us to win, also for them. And it shows all their hard work because while they were winning their own championship, they were also coaching us, and all their hard work brought us to gold.
They made like a lot of like sacrifices during their season to come coach us, so really grateful for them and what they did for our team.
I think it was really cool because it was mid-season when they won their championship, so we gave them a lot of support, and when we won, they gave us a lot of support too. So yeah, it was cool.
And it wasn't just the Warriors who inspired these young girls. The admiration and the respect was mutual.
I've gotten so much support from the community that helped me throughout all my years in Hawaii. And for me now, just like coming out and coach younger generations, like it's just a big thing, like giving back to the community that have given me virtually everything. So it's a big experience, and it's really humbling to just be around those kids and see how they grow and get better in volleyball. So for me, it's just a really humbling experience.
You know, they had things that they could work on, and then throughout the season they got way better. And then from the coaching standpoint, I felt a lot more pressure, or like a lot more stress rather than when I play. It was like this weird kind of feeling. I felt like I can see why Charlie's always like, I don't know, just tense all the time. That whole aspect. It's just a different standpoint, and it's kind of unreal.
And if there's one primary lesson the coaches express to the players, it's to have fun, to play with joy on the court, and to be sure to laugh off of it.
I realized how goofy and silly they are, but how mature they can be, and how silly. But like, they're mature, but then they can also be silly, but they know time and place.
Just having that opportunity to coach the younger generation is pretty cool, and just have them be the best they can be. I don't know, I was always confident. There wasn't really a point where I really doubted us.
For me, just being a part of that, I'm not from Hawaii, but even though like Hawaii is now like my second home to me, so I definitely care about the state and the people, and just being a part of this is just, yeah, it is unbelievable. I really have no words. I'm just really proud of all the kids.
What a great story, and what a great way once again to represent the 50th state. And stick around, everybody. When we come back, we're going to go e-biking right up the mountains in Kualoa Ranch.
This segment of Sports People Hawaii is brought to you by Vacations Hawaii, Hawaii's favorite connection to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're looking for a fun activity to do this summer with the entire family, biking up the Kualoa Valley is a perfect thing to do. And don't let the hills fool you. We have something to help you zip right on up them. From horseback to mountain bikes to all-terrain vehicles, there's no shortage of ways to enjoy and explore the magnificence of Kualoa Ranch. Known by many as Jurassic Valley, the 4,000-acre private nature reserve and working cattle ranch has served as a backdrop to countless Hollywood productions. Only 24 miles, but seemingly a world away from the hustle and bustle of Honolulu.
And when you come in here, you kind of just go, it's all mellow. You feel good with the views of the ocean and or the ko'olaus are always here. It makes you just feel so good. It's such a special place.
And now there is yet another, both quiet and eco-friendly way to tour this incredible slice of nature.
obviously the big budget movies that come here like Jumanji, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic World kind of put us on the map. But you know, these days we're starting to promote more activities that provide, you know, physical fitness and exercise and that type of thing. And our new e-bike tour is a new one.
The E, or electric bikes, which are both sturdy and nimble, can make even the most novice rider feel like a Tour de France champion. You can ride it like a standard mountain bike and get a full-on workout, or simply hit the switch when you want or need and get the ultimate boost.
So the cool thing about these bikes is that they have a battery assist. So it doesn't matter if you're a world-class athlete or if you're a mom with 2 kids. Because of the battery assist, if you're coming up to a part of the trail that's challenging or a steep incline, all you have to do is hit the power switch, and it's like an escalator taking you up the mountain.
This is awesome. I can make it up the big hills. You know, you start pedaling. If you need help, it kicks in. You can make it go on to high, and it gives you a lot of power and makes it even better.
It's awesome because you can just start riding, and when you go up the hill, you can just kick right in and just take off. So that makes it fun, and you can cross through the water and everything.
Even my sister can do it. That's the best part. We're out here together, which is super fun.
You know, but in Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom rips.
It's amazing. Just coming back into the woods and being on a bike where I don't have to work too hard is really awesome. It lets me keep up with the big dogs, and it's really fun. And being here with the whole family is the best.
The best part for me is just being able to come out here, the whole family, everybody can keep up, everybody can enjoy the valley, the views. I mean, it's tremendous, and it's great. It's good fun, good little workout too.
But far beyond the exercise and the family time, the ranch is using its recent success to take both locals and visitors back in time. Not only exploring an entirely new area of the Windward Oahu Valley, but giving riders the opportunity to immerse themselves in the tradition and the culture of a place that is steeped in Hawaiian history.
One of the things that we're focusing on is really getting back to our roots, and our roots is agriculture. And so, you know, if you look around here, this was one of the most special ahupua'as in Hawaiian history. And down here, you take a look at our fish pond. This is about 800 years old. It's still a working fish pond. We produce oysters, shrimp, fish for the marketplace. So we're getting back to our roots and, you know, taking what we grow and providing it to people. Back in the day, the Hawaiians were smart, and they chose the land based on its productivity. And this was one of the most productive ahupua'as on the island of Oahu. The whole thing with Hawaiian preservation, the whole thing with stewardship and the Hawaiians was they believed that water was the main ingredient, the main important resource. And so everything in a working ahupua'a was designed to sustain the village.
And even beyond the history, the exercise, and the natural beauty of the valley, just being in this place is special. Something you not only enjoy visual, but something you can actually feel.
For me, it's like whenever I come up here, I get that chicken skin feel, you know, like you get to this point and you're like, you know, who gets to do this, you know? And I'm so fortunate to be able to to do this every day and have fun.
He'll give you the history, and you learn so much about all the ahupua'as and what was here before. It kind of makes you feel the land and feel the spirit of it, in addition to just coming out in nature and appreciating it and seeing the beauty.
I feel like when you get to ride back through the valley, there's something about this island, but especially when you can get back onto the trails away from the city, you really start to feel all of this just kind of power, like clean air, especially like living in New York. It's so nice to come back to Hawaii and have that reset.
Our family actually grew up here, and my mom's from here, and her parents are all from here, so it's awesome to get out of the city and kind of learn more about the history of Hawaii and everything that came through our culture.
For me, coming here and moving to the island, just learning the little things about it and the respectful part of just learning how the valley, why it was so important, and then being able to ride through the trails and just see it. And then the guides are amazing because they're telling you all these little pieces of information that you didn't, I didn't know. And so when you leave here, you just have a special kind of respect for the place.
I tell you what, it is so much fun to be out there. You get a little bit of exercise, enjoy the fresh air, and again, the best part is anybody can do it. And that does it for us in this edition of Sports People Hawaii. Until next time, I'm Howard Deshevsky saying, take care of yourself and one another, and we'll see you next time right here on Spectrum OC 16.